Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retlin with my review of AEW Fyter Fest Night 1. Special edition of AEW Dynamite for this weekend next week because they can't have fans, so they're like, hey, we're going to put Fyter Fest in a 2-week event and see if we can entertain the fans. This show had its moments where it was really entertaining. The commentary is pretty entertaining. Some of the matches are pretty good. There was one particular match where I was like, I hope Night 2 is better. That's all I'll say. That being said, this wasn't that bad of a show, and I feel like I've been kinder towards Dynamite than I have towards weekly NXT, and that review will be up a little bit later. So, how was the show overall? Please let me know in the comments what you have to say, because I'll have a few criticisms. But anyway, beach set, Jericho on commentary shouting. One gratuitous shot of this blonde woman in a bikini bouncing around in the crowd. I think we know who the cameraman liked. JR wanting to know where the bikini babes were. His thirst is unquenchable. And unquenchable. Because, hi, I can talk. MJF in a bathrobe. Why? Why was he in a pink bathrobe? It was a bit weird. He does mention how Wardlow beat Luchasaurus and said Dino Douche was green, and I'm not talking about his tongue. We get MJF and Wardlow versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus with the little twerp at ringside. They target Jungle Boy for a bit. Some pretty good work and everything. Once Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy gain the advantage. Really nice triple set of dives by Jungle Boy. Really good stuff. Jericho doing Spanish commentary right there. Everybody down, all of a sudden he says, look like the beaches of Normandy, everybody's down. Bit weird, Chris, but all right. Also, Poison Rana on Wardlow. Why? Not just why on Wardlow, why are you doing the Poison Rana? Why anywhere? Why in WWE? Why on the Indies? Why in New Japan? Why in AEW? Please stop doing the Poison Rana. Look, wrestling, there's nothing wrong with inventing new moves, but that is just fucking dangerous. That is too dangerous. The risk is way higher than the actual reward. Yeah, it looks cool. I don't want to see anybody die. I just don't fucking want to see it. Marco then gets tossed by Wardlow while they're battling now on the stage. We get the kiss the ring thing, and Luchasaurus gets away from Wardlow. MJF's like, can't you do anything right? And then he gets pushed and hits Wardlow with the ring, feels bad, gets pulled out of the ring. Choke slam to Wardlow, and he rises up and then gets hit with a kick, a standing moonsault. Luchasaurus pins him 1, 2, 3. Dissension between Wardlow and MJF. So I got that wrong. I actually ended up getting 4 of the 5 picks right for this show, which I'm actually a bit surprised by. But it wasn't bad. It was nice that we got this. We're probably going to get MJF versus Wardlow at All Out in August, where they can have a crowd or not. Ad for All Elite Wrestling Puppy Battle Royal. I'm more of a cat person, but cool, puppies are adorable. Archer and Janela briefly brawl. Sonny Kiss is trying to hold Janela back, and Archer wants to kill everybody because everybody dies. It's his catchphrase. Sheeta and Ford with respective video packages. English has improved. She carries herself like a champion. Penelope has dramatically improved as well, and she carries herself like a star. This match was well worked. Aubrey just kicking Kip Sabian out, saying, get the fuck out of here. I mean, I don't know if she said that, but she could have. Anyway, Aubrey Edwards and Red Shoes are the 2 best wrestling referees going today. Special mention to Kendall Marie, Juicebox Hero. She works on the Indies. Great referee, but there's a lot of really good referees. No slight against any of the ones working, but those are just my 3 favorites in my personal opinion. This match was well worked. It starts off hot, works really quick work at first. Penelope does take over. As we come back from commercials, she's dominating Cheetah from behind. That may have been a bit of a euphemism. And Pineapple Pete's in the crowd, and he says, Pineapple Pete, I hate that guy, because Jericho's just being funny. And then he says, I'm sick of that word grit. I never heard it before 2020. Which was funny. Now, despite the fact that I have some issues with Chris Jericho the person, the wrestling character is actually pretty goddamn entertaining. And this is pretty good stuff. He also taking a shot at the Edge Orton feud. That was pretty cool stuff. And then Kip does come back out. Sheeta gets the cane from him and just killed Kip clean. Shout out to that VTNA creative for that one. Thank you very much. You happen to be watching this. And be careful how you type that out, folks, because that could be kind of bad. So, Falcon Arrow for 2. Penelope kept trying to come back, but eventually would follow the knee strike 1, 2, 3. And well-worked match. Both these women shine. Penelope certainly has improved. She will be champion before too long, but Sheeta no doubt had to win here. And then Taz does a video package thing where he mentions how deep Moxley inserts his arms to get to lock on the paradigm shift. And then mentions Cage's thickness as a factor. I don't know what Taz is into. I'm not here to kink shame. Oh boy, Cody with Arn versus Hager and his real doll, aka his wife. Why in the world is that plastic surgery, filled whatever she is out there? She has no purpose being out there. Same with Brandy. Brandy, at least you can understand because she's part of the company. Why is his wife there? Like, why is Hager's wife there? Like, seriously, what? She couldn't even do the water pitcher cue correctly at the press conference. So no, let's just have her here again. American Nightmare Cody, Great American Bash style shirt that he was wearing. That was pretty cool stuff. It's a TNT Championship match. Jake Hager got announced as Rock Hard, mentioning, from the Bellator meme-worthy thing that he did, which is kind of funny. Jericho mentions Mike Tyson. Now he says he's going to beat up Mike Tyson. He's not finished with him yet. And I didn't care about the match. I'm sorry. I just don't. Jake Hager is not interesting. He's a good athlete. He's not interesting. Jericho did say at one point, put it in your ass, Shivani. That was funny. Arn getting choked out, but being fine just a little bit later. And Jericho says, come on, Jack. At least I think he did. Jack Swagger. I think he might have said that. I just... off the top rope throw by Hager was impressive. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from how these guys are as athletes. It's just that Hager's a goddamn idiot, with what he believes. And he is. I mean, he's a fucking idiot. Take a look at his goddamn timeline. I wouldn't be surprised if he was somebody that didn't want to wear a mask, because it's an inconvenience for him. Don't worry. I'll get to that. But Dustin comes down after the Catalina Real Doll slaps Cody. Dustin hits Hager while the referee's distracted. And then the arm triangle where Hager gets it on, but then Cody just rolls over him. So we do the same finish where somebody rolls on top and gets the victory out of a submission like that. WWE's done it a lot, and AEW's doing it. You need to stop doing it so much in wrestling. I mean, fucking hell, New Japan's done it. There's nothing wrong with trying to be creative, but it just wasn't good. Cody winning was the right call. I had no desire to see Hager as champion, but I just didn't care one bit. Hager then punches the ref, and we don't really go anywhere with it. Everybody's upset, and then Darby does some more skateboarding stuff. I like Darby. I just hope he's back soon. Because currently, if you take a look at his timeline, him and his friends are partying in pools full of cereal. Whatever. Orange Cassidy joins commentary, and Jericho yells at him constantly, despite the fact Orange Cassidy does nothing, says nothing, and adds nothing. It's also to hype their match later. Jericho then calls Santana and Ortiz his boys. Chris, all lives matter. Jericho calls two Hispanic men his boys. That's good. No, it's not. Private Party or Private Hardy, because Matt Hardy is the Michael Hayes to their, Hardy Boys of 2020 theme, I guess. Took on Santana and Ortiz. It was fine. It went a bit long. I get that they were doing this because they were trying to get these matches going and, trying to fill time. And they were working with a limited crew, and they had to stretch these matches out over 2 times. But you probably could have had some kind of women's match, a women's tag or something. Just unannounced, just do something to feature your women's division a little bit more. I know a couple are injured. Britt and Chris Statlander are injured, but you could have done something. It was what it was. Matt then steals Ortiz's cock sock. That weird cock sock that he's got with the balls in it and everything, hence the cock sock. There were a few near falls that were kind of and then we get the gin and juice. Beautiful maneuver, by the way. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. That's your lot right there. Ortiz doesn't quite break it up. Jericho then tosses water at both Cassidys, first Isaiah and then Orange, and then they do the pull-apart thing where Orange just walks away, almost smiling, and Chris is upset and everything being held back by every person is probably going to be on Dark this week, or this coming week. And then we get Dasha with the tag champions. I can't take Omega seriously when he talks. I just can't. Private Party versus the tag champs next week. Cool. And then we get Moxley versus Cage, Fight for the Fallen in 2 weeks. Now, here's why this is a good thing. And some people are going to be like, oh, they should have had the matches advertised. Here's why it's a good thing. 1, Moxley's wife just, recently came into, recently was diagnosed with the virus. Obviously, he lives with her. He wants to make sure that he's healthy, but also that his wife's healthy. So we need to be respectful of that. Make sure he can train, make sure that he's okay, make sure that everything's good and that his wife is good and he's good. That's what matters the most. The health and well-being of the wrestlers and staff and every single one of you guys watching is really what matters. That's all that matters. We're all in this together. All the smart people are in this together. But that's good. Cage and Taz are out there. Cage is trying not to laugh at Taz, and then Taz says, you've been tested at home twice, both negative. And he says, I don't know why you're worried. We don't run a sloppy shop here. Boom. That was good. I'm not the biggest fan of Taz, being like this, but that was pretty good because he took a shot at WWE's lack of testing recently. They were driven to the ring by Trent's mom. She drives them in a soccer van because Trent's actual mom drove the best friends there. Best Friends versus Omega and Page, AEW Tag Team Championship match. JR says, wear your masks, folks. Yeah, wear your mask. Or wear both masks. I mean, just wear one. Probably would be hard to breathe if you wore multiple ones. But wear your mask, guys. However you feel. However I feel about this stuff. It's not an inconvenience. Just wear it. Wear it. Wear something to protect yourself and protect others. That's what matters. If people want to turn that off and unsubscribe because I'm advocating that people try to stay healthy, how dare I? How fucking dare I want, the human race to be healthy? I give a shit what happens if you're an idiot. If you want to be an idiot and not do that, just don't come crying to anybody when something bad happens. But wear your mask. Let's be in this together. JR did, however, say that Omega is one of the best singles wrestlers ever. He is totally fucking wrong about that. He's not even in the top 50 of all time. He's not. That's just my opinion. If we're going all time, If we're going in this era, he ain't even top 15, top 20. And I'm going to stand by that. He's had excellent matches with Okada and a match with Page, or a match with Pac, and then, the tag match with Page at Revolution. But I'm just standing by that. This match was okay. FTR shows up. They got booze and everything. They're drinking beer, money, FTR, F the Revival, F the Alcoholic Anonymous. I have no idea. We get dives and barricade spots, and Taylor should be required to wear a shirt. I'm not in great shape, and I'm not a wrestler. There are times where and I understand it's quarantine, I understand gyms are closed, but seriously, some wrestlers got to look in shape. Strong 0 for 2, Blue Thunder Driver, ouch. Omega just laying on his head, that looked brutal. Deadeye for 2, Buckshot Lariat for 3. And then FTR shows up and they have beer for the champs. Page no doubt takes it, but because Omega's straight edge, which I can respect that, pours the beer out, also is the way to piss them off. And then the Bucks get in the way, no, you can't do this or whatever. We got an 8-man tag next week, you got a match next weekend, and that's how we go off. The show was okay. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.